Warning: the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Salute, everybody. Welcome to the lounge. This young lady, she have this to say about black men who voted for Trump. Make sure you hit that like button as y'all enter into the lounge. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hear what she got to say.
Oh, and this is like the last thing I'm going to say. It's the first of the month, so I'm just going to get all my hot takes out. I don't give a fuck what happens to any black man on this app, including being shot in the neck by a bastard. I don't care. Because these are the same men that said that they're not going to vote for a black woman unless they get child support forgiveness. We need to understand that black men ask for people to not take their lives seriously, to not care if someone unjustly shoots them or uses excessive force on them. They told us that they don't give a fuck about none of that. All they care about is child support forgiveness. So I don't give a fuck if there's a story of a black man hanging from a tree or anything else at this point. I don't care anymore. I care about what's happening to black women, but not black men. Because again, these are the same men that said they don't give a fuck about anything else but child support forgiveness. Stop showing them.
Let's kind of talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about it a little bit. I mean, to be honest with you, I believe that it's a fair and reasonable exchange. To be honest with you, because there are plenty of black men who are on child support with mothers who what was going on? Oh, mothers put the dudes on child support that's not even their biological child. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. So there are cases where one man they absolutely are child support because of that reason. There are other cases where they have to take care of the responsibility of being a single parent or baby daddy, whatever y'all want to call it, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. So I mean that I could get where they're coming from on that, but as far as her sitting up here getting upset about it because dudes decided to vote for Trump because of that and they don't want to be part of this whole reproductive thing, then yeah, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Y'all already know my perspective about the reproductive thing, so I don't think that I have to go into details about that with you again. But however, what if I told y'all that this young lady is a practicing 304? Yes, you heard it. This young lady is a practicing 304. She is a practicing sex worker.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah. So let me show y'all this real quick. This is what she had to say about her profession.
Comments now when I speak on issues in our community. One of the comments was like, "Do you just hate black people?" And the other was like, "Well, you're a 304, so what the fuck do you know?"
The reason why it's low is because she is talking low. All right. I got my volume turned all the way up. So we're just gonna have to deal with it, okay? But let's go.
I'm gonna answer both of those questions, right? I love black people. That's why I'm speaking on black issues. I'm a black woman, so I would speak on black issues. I'm speaking on things that affect me in my community. I'm a black woman navigating society in America and also as a sex worker. I've seen what these men do in private, in silence. Men tell me things that they will never tell a vanilla or square person. They would only reveal it to a sex worker because they feel like that is a safe space for them because they don't see value in us.
Interesting. See, on the last video, she was saying that she hate black men and she don't want to have nothing to do with them because they voted for said candidate for presidency, right? But yet it's still, as her being a sex worker, right? She deal with the same type of black man that she talking about every single day. She's saying that they confide in her because they look at her as being a low level person or a low hanging fruit, or simply because she's for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Yup. So if she know that these are the black man grievances and stuff, right? Why is she complaining about that? This is no different from the women who are complaining about reproductive right, even though that they currently have reproductive right, but that's neither here nor there. All right. So if she know that these dudes are complaining about this, then she should have at least some type of sympathy or empathy, right? But let's continue.
right? Like I can understand different cultures and different aspects of life because of my background. But when it comes to the community and black people, it's even more in depth because of my work. When I speak specifically on black men, it's because I've seen the best of black men and I've seen the worst of them and I've seen them at different socioeconomic places in their life. Because I feel like socioeconomic status definitely affects how black men think and how they navigate the world. And a lot of them I've noticed they're obsessed with white men and what they do and what they're able to accomplish, but they're not willing to do the things that white men are doing in order to have and maintain that power. Like black men want a submissive wife, all of these things, but they still want her to work. White men come into a relationship expecting that that wife is not going to work a full-time job, but if she wants to, she can, but it's not expected of her, right? Black men love a bit.
No, there are a lot of black men who prefer for their wife to not work, and it'd be actually the other way around. It'd be the wife or the woman who don't want to give up their career so they can maintain the household. They want to be on the same competitive edge as men. And so that's when all the feminism and all that different stuff start kicking in, and all the disconnect be kicking in as well too. So yes, there are black men that want their women to do that, but however, they don't want to do that. They don't want to give up that sense of entitlement or that sense of power, that sense of belonging. Because at the end of the day, they don't want to depend on the man, but they want to depend on the man, if that makes sense. They don't want to depend on the man because they want to have their own independence for us financial wise, where they can utilize their money for however way they see fit to utilize their money, but at the same time they depend on the man to utilize his money and resources to benefit them.
Biblical marriage, but the Bible says you have to be a provider. The Bible does not say I have to take my ass to work. The conversations are different
Yeah, that's
between black men and non-black men in my experience. But another thing too, I have so many other videos speaking on different topics. I hold black men and women accountable. I speak on things that I notice are a pattern and an issue. And I cannot stand when black people are speaking on something in our community and other black people want to talk about, all we do is argue on this app. All we do is put each other down. That if that's what you get from my video, then you clearly lack the comprehension skills and the range to understand what I'm really saying. If we keep sweet and pretend that there's not a problem, how is it going to be fixed? We know that there's a trend of black women having babies and having to do it alone. We know that there's a trend of black men leaving women.
no, no. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. They're not having babies and doing it alone. They're sitting up here having sex just like you are as a sex worker. The only difference is that you're having protected sex, which, I'm saying, I can't argue on that because that's one of my main arguments is that if you're going to do stuff like this, you're going to be out here be for the streaks, then at least you need to protect yourself in doing it. But these type of women, they don't do that. They purposely go out here and let dudes raw dog them. Then next thing you know, they end up getting pregnant. Then have a plan B or perm. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Planned Parenthood, whatever you want to call it, right? As a backup plan for the mistake that they made. Which the mistake is the woman and the dude fault as well too, by the way.
To raise children on their own. There are patterns of behavior in our community that's getting tired and old, and we need to address it. And if we don't talk about it, if we shame people for bringing it up, how is there supposed to be change? And I don't turn off my comments, I don't turn off my stitches or my duets because it's a discussion. You may agree with my points, some of them you won't. Like, I made the response video to Milka. I don't hate her, I still follow her, I still love her takes. But I also just have a difference of opinion. We don't have to hate each other or fight each other. We can have a discussion like grown ass adults.
I mean, that even within that, I can want to relate to her on there because even with my content, right? My content is designed to create thought provoking conversations, regardless if you agree with it or not. You agree with it, that's fine. If you disagree with it, that's fine too. I have no problem with it. I look at comments all the time where people either agree with me or disagree with me. I see people with challenge my talking points. Say, yeah, and I see people who does literally just help her talk about me because they don't have nothing else to talk about, or they can't prove my talking points wrong, so they just use ad hominems. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. She got one more video we're gonna review and we'll be done. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button as y'all are reviewing this premiere video.
Ignore my appearance, ignore my hair. I'm doing laundry, but I wanted to make this video because there are so many people trying to get into 304 talk and
And once again, this is not my fault that her videos is low. This is her. She recorded on low. I have no idea why she did this, but you may have to turn your device all the way up just to hear it. All right.
actually asking about how they can get started doing S work. And like I said before, I am not going to encourage that type of lifestyle. And the only reason why I'm not is like I literally just got attacked yesterday. Like I work the net, I work the carpet, and I also have been working the blade lately to just increase my income. And I need y'all to understand that like I've been doing this 9 years. And if you don't have some type of game or sense about yourself,
Man, she is a sex worker for 9 damn years.
She belongs to the streets.
Wow. 9 years of a sex worker. Wow. Mm-mm-mm.
you're not gonna know how to handle a grown man that is trying to attack you. Like if you don't know how to fight, if you don't know how to defend yourself, if you don't know how to think quickly, this is not going to be the type of job for you because shit is going to, it's not if it'll happen, it's when and if you have the mental capacity to deal with that and keep going. Like, I still have to go to work today. I still have to keep pushing. I can't just cry in a corner. Like, this is the type of job where you know what to expect.
Oh, I believe she realized that her sound is low and now she sounding better. All right. But y'all probably wondering why I don't have no sympathy or empathy based on what she just said a few months ago by being attacked by a man. The reason why I don't have sympathy or empathy for that is because this is the type of work that she chose to do. There are good parts about the work that she chose to do, and there are bad things about the work that she chose to do. So I'm just like, okay. This is no different from a person who's either a firefighter or a law enforcement officer. I don't have no sympathy or empathy for the line of work that they do because this is the work that they choose to do. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear these stories where, they sacrifice their life in the line to do this stuff, I'll be like, man, that's crazy. That's how they be in my mind, like, man, it's crazy. But I'll be like, oh my God, really? I don't do all this stuff now, just like her situation. I'm like,
And if you don't have the mental capacity or just the heart to get through it, like, this is the streets for real. You gotta fight tricks, you gotta fight pimps, you gotta fight other bitches. It's not for the weak. It's not this glamorous lifestyle. It can be glamorous. Like, I have my high-end clientele, my high-end dates, my trips, my be getting flued out. But, like, it's a lifestyle. And you want to get out of it as quickly as you can. I'm just in between right now. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I do struggle with mental illness. I do have some TISM, just recently diagnosed with that ADHD.
and that explains the reason why she's doing what she's doing, due to her alleged mental illness that she's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Is just recently diagnosed with that ADHD plus bipolar disorder. Have been misdiagnosed for years. So the reason why I haven't been able to get my shit together is because I've been misdiagnosed multiple times. So it's kind of hard to get your mental health together when you're misdiagnosed. And when you're a black woman, it's really common to be misdiagnosed. Y'all watch these other bitches on here lie about the type of money they're making, lie about the lifestyle they're living. The thing is, a lot of them are living that lifestyle, but they're not telling you the bad parts. They're like, oh, nothing has ever happened to me. A chick has never attacked me. They're fucking lying. Like, a girl just got choked out at the Palms, like, last month, right? She was 35, been doing this shit for forever, probably did it all the time. It's just like, all it takes is that one time. but you guys can kind of see the bruise a little bit, but the filter is kind of covering it. But yeah, like, and people are just like, how are you like fine right now? Because it's just like, I'm used to it. And you think, bitch, I don't ever want to get used to something like that. No, you don't. So before you want to sit here and think that you want to go sell some poom poom, do you have what the fuck it takes? Are you a weak little ass bitch, or do you have heart? People look at me like I'm 4'11", I have this little innocent face, but I know how to defend myself. I had to fuck that nigga up, and now he has a permanent left smile. So all the comments and questions asking about how to get into this lifestyle, how to get into this type of work, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to tell you. The only people I give advice to are the people that I can clearly see are in the trade and just want extra like safety advice. But you have to be in the industry in order for me to give you any sort of advice. And honestly, I'm probably going to make a separate page or like create like a paywall for girls who are in the industry and want that information, but you're gonna have to pay for that. This is something that needs to be gatekept because bitches die doing this shit. It's not a game. I could die doing this, but I know the risk.
Yeah. So, I mean, even on that part right there, what she's saying that she want to gatekeep this, and she's not the only one out here who's doing sex work. By the way, there are plenty of women that I know that are doing sex work who are content creators who share they life stories. So she's not the only one. But I just find that also kind of weird too that she's trying to gatekeep that from other women. Maybe because she don't want other women to be a part of the said lifestyle that she's a part of. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But y'all let me know what y'all think about these videos that I present to you on. Do you agree with her and her whole assessment about black men and shouldn't want to have nothing to do with the black men if something were to happen to them by white men because they voted for Trump? She don't care about that and stuff on. Do you agree with her on that? How about her lifestyle or her profession? Do you agree or disagree with her profession about being a professional sex worker? Do you believe that the lifestyle is something you want to get into, or you believe that's something that is very dangerous and no woman should get into? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And next time, we'll probably talk about it on the next episode. Until then, peace out. Y'all have a great day.